In the heart of my soul lies a sacred realm, a sanctuary I call Spirit Forest. As I step into its enchanting embrace, a profound tranquility washes over me, dissolving the burdens of the world. Although I am at 10,000 feet, almost touching the clouds, the air is thick with serenity, and the wind blowing through the trees whisper ancient secrets in a language only my spirit comprehends. At Spirit Forest, time ceases to exist, and I'm in a realm where the mundane dissolves and the extraordinary takes its rightful place. Spirit Forest is more than a mere collection of trees and foliage. It is a profound teacher, revealing lessons that resonate deep within my being. Its canopy serves as a tapestry of wisdom. Each leaf, each spruce needle, thread meticulously woven into the fabric of existence. As I wander its mystical trails, I am guided by the gentle caress of nature's hand, leading me towards profound self-discovery and enlightenment. Every step awakens dormant senses as the forest shares its ancient knowledge, reminding me of the interconnectedness of all living and non-living things. Spirit Forest has become my sanctuary, a refuge for my weary spirit, a sanctuary where the symphony of nature's melodies harmonize with the rhythm of my soul. It is a place where the ordinary is transformed into the extraordinary, and the beauty dances in every ray of sunlight filtering through the tall trees. Here I found a home that would give me peace, teach me lessons, and share its wisdom. A testament to the boundless wonders that await those fortunate to discover the hidden treasures of existence. That'd be kind of fun to write for you. I don't normally write. That's not something I normally do. So I thought it would be something different. And so I reflected on my experience here. And part of me was kind of just writing for me. It's kind of like doing a journal and just talking about the land that I purchased here, and kind of what I've learned from it and what it means to me. And those of you that haven't watched my channel, I'll give you a really quick recap. I bought 1 acre in Colorado, then I bought 2 acres, and then I bought 3 acres, and then I lived in a canvas tent for 5 years, and then I built a cabin, which some people just call it a house because they say it's really big. So anyways, I built a home here, and this is my home. And the land means so much to me, and I was reflecting a little bit on that when I wrote this little bit of a story, a little kind of like a journal entry, and wanted to share it with you. And one of the things that I was reflecting on is, what has the land done for me? It has offered me a lot of peace. I've healed a lot by doing this experience. And then it also taught me lessons. I learned a lot about survival. I've learned a lot about being in nature. I learned a lot about nature's patterns. When you're living in a tent, you have to constantly watch the weather. I had no internet here for many years. I had no internet here, and it was literally just feeling nature. I don't know how else you call it. I mean, well, it's sounding really cheesy, but I remember those times where it's like there's a storm coming, and I would actually like. It's not that I could predict a storm, but I would know the different wind patterns and stuff, and know that there was a storm coming, or there was a change in weather, or there's something going on, something's different, and I learned a lot from the land. And I videoed a lot of it too. If you feel like watching some of my past seasons, I videoed a lot of that experience. And I thought today what we would do, it's been a while since I've kind of been out here in the snow, is see what the land has taught me and see if I can make a fire. If you've noticed at the beginning of the video, there's a lot of snow here. So we got dumped on, you guys. Like, we got dumped on. Right now, it's in middle of March. I think it's like March 19th or 20th, something like that. And we just got a whole bunch of snow, but it is melting a lot. So everything is really wet. All the wood is like soaking wet and just kind of like this is a little squishy. You know what I mean? It's kind of squishy. So everything's just soaking wet. I think it's a good time for me to test my skills to see if I can make a fire. I honestly don't know if I can. Just being honest right now. I'm hoping that I'll show off and you guys will be like, yeah, I knew she could do it. Fast forward, see if I can actually make a fire. But everything is, again, really wet and really, really soaked. And I just want to challenge myself to see if I have taken the lessons that the land has taught me, or am I forgetting it? I find myself sitting in the cabin a lot more, because I have my home now, and I find myself sitting in the cabin and I kind of forget to come out here. And recently I was kind of reminded when I was sitting outside during the nighttime and I was hearing owls and stuff hooting, and I was reminded about my tent life because I would hear that almost every night. I'd hear an owl. And I just don't hear that when I'm in the cabin. And I just want to make sure that I take that time to get outside and learn the lessons that the land can teach me. And so let's see how I do. It's been a while. I'll admit I'm a little nervous. I don't know. I can do this. I can do this. This is a good good practice for me. So we have to go get, I'm going to go get a metal. I think I have it in my gear stuff. It's like a metal bowl that I can build the fire on. The only reason I want to do that, I just want to, I want to protect the land. I don't want to put a fire directly on the dirt. So, and I have to dig down pretty deep. I haven't even hit dirt yet over here, but, I want to use that. And I think it might be there. If it's not, we're just going to have to build it on the snow. And my goal is to be able to have a flame, and a flame that lasts long enough, you guys. I'm not here to build a whole bonfire or anything like that. I just want to see if I can get a flame going. The tools that I have too are a knife. I have a fire rod. I have flint and steel. I have magnesium. I think that's all the tools that I have. I'm not using any matches or a lighter or anything like that. I just want to use those tools. Those are usually the tools that I have if I'm snowshoeing or if I'm out and about. And, I would say lately I haven't been carrying my knife around. I think it's been a mental thing. I think it's, now that Scott's in my life, I'm like, I don't need a knife. I don't know why I feel that way. I'm like, I got a man, I don't need a knife. But that's not the case because he's not always with me, you know what I mean? So I used to have a knife with me all the time in the city. Whenever going into town, I had a little tiny knife. I never carry it anymore. It's the weirdest thing. I don't know. Maybe we could analyze that later. But anyways, that's usually what I have in my pack when I am snowshoeing. And so I'm going to use that and see if we can make a fire. Now, I'm not able to get down to any grass or anything like that. At least I don't think so. I might be able to if I climb up the hill a bit, but I'm going to try not to do that. I feel that's a little bit cheating. I'm going to try to use mostly just the wood that's around and see if we can do it. It's a lot harder, and you guys will see because you'll see me struggling, I'm sure. It is a lot harder to make a fire with wet wood and no grass at all. So let's see what we can do. So we're going to walk over. And again, remember, season 8 is going to be more real. Just being honest with you, this is not a lot of, I don't know, B-roll. And it's just more just talking because it's easier for me to edit. So hopefully you like this season. I really do. Hopefully you like this. But I'm going to bring you with me because I'm going to see if I can walk through this snowdrift. This is not snow that was dumped on by the... I have a plow person coming for my driveway, but let's see how deep this snow is over here. Okay, guys, you'll see some deer went through it. I don't think it. I think it goes all the way down, so I'm gonna pull the camera down. Sorry. You guys, I'm still using my cell phone. Remember, my camera broke, so we're using a cell phone here. And there we go. So let's see how deep this is. I'm bringing this piece of paper because I want to keep that little journal that I wrote. Okay. It's a little scary, you guys, because I think it's not that deep. That wasn't bad. I literally think that's 4 feet deep right there, though, because it's I know my land, and it comes down right here. So I don't know. I guess I'm not gonna fall through it, so that's a good thing. I was wondering if I fall through it, how am I gonna get out of it? So okay, let's get over to my tent area, and we'll see if I can find that little metal bowl. I went to the other bin to see if I can find it there. I don't see it here either. I'm trying to think where else it could be. The only other thing I can think of would be I have a survival bag that I put in my car. Again, I'm just trying to protect my land, and I don't know. It probably won't make a difference too much, but I think while I'm here, so I don't have to walk all the way over here, I think we can look for some wood and see if we can make some fire from some of the wood that I have on the ground. Is it cheating if I use one of these logs back here? Is that cheating? Part of me thinks it's not, but I'm like, is it? Could use a standing dead aspen tree. But I don't know, that could be a challenge for another time, though. But when I was thinking of it, I was thinking of just using some of these logs that I have. They're all wet too. I mean, it's no difference. Sorry, guys. Didn't realize my camera wasn't pointing at me. So let's look for some wood. And again, I'll have to have it. So I have dry wood that's underneath my deck here. Very tempting to grab that. Not gonna grab that. I'm gonna grab some wet wood, because that's what I'm trying to do, is challenge myself. See what I can learn today. So let's see what I can find. You see this wood over here? It's kind of more in the snow-ish than just a stack of wood. I was thinking maybe we use that one. What do you think? I think that'd be good. I'm also going to be breaking off some branches on the trees too. Going to be collecting a bunch of stuff, put in my pocket, possibly. That's what we're going to do. And then I'm going to check to see if I can find that steel thing in my car. Okay, we got a lot to do. We don't need this video to be an hour long as you're joining me on everything, but I'm just letting you know that this is where I'm getting my wood. So, this one. I'm gonna see what I can do, just use this one. It's kind of squishy. when I push on it, it actually goes in. Might be a little too moist. We'll find out, though I won't know until I get my knife. But if that doesn't work, I see that. Look at this. This will be good. It's like an Easter egg hunt here. Let's see. See this piece off the tree right there? This one right there? That sounds like that's dry. That was a good sound. Okay, so we got these two here. Now I gotta make it back. It's really not that far away, but it is. Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna walk. I'm not gonna film that part. But I'll see you at the bushcraft shelter is what I call it, where we were sitting at the beginning of the video. Sorry, I would take off my sunglasses, but it is really bright, even though I'm in the shade with all the sun and stuff. It's really bright. At some point I'll take it off so you can see who I am. It's like I'm hiding behind sunglasses sometimes. So I did not find that metal piece. It's gotta be in a bin. I have 2 bins at a place in the city, and it's probably there. Not doing me any good being there. It should be here. And that's the reason why I have a gear room in my cabin, is to hold my gear. It's holding tools right now. So anyways, so I'm gonna try to find a platform. I'm gonna break off some branches. Let me show you. You're gonna walk with me a little bit. Let's walk through this. This is, you can kind of see how deep it is there. Pretty deep, but I like putting my fires on a little platform. I mean, you don't have to do that. You can actually, well, you probably still want to put some wood down or something like that, especially if you're trying to build a fire and you're using just like a knife and or flint and steel. I don't think I'm gonna be using flint and steel today, but if you're just using a knife and a fire rod, it might be good to have a base to it. When I look at branches, dead branches, I listen for that crack. I think a lot of you already know that, but see how it got cracks? It's still kind of wet. I can feel it. It's still kind of wet. I mean, we really had some good weather here. Ow. Maybe I should put my gloves on. Anyways, I'm going to grab a whole bunch of these. I'm going to stick these ones in my pocket. I'm going to grab a whole bunch of those. But when it comes to aspens, and when aspens die, their bark like disconnects from the tree. It's a really cool it's a really cool thing. You can put a bunch of little branches like this and just lay them all down like a little platform. It's like making a log raft, kind of a thing. You could do that, or you could use aspen. And I'm going to see if this aspen, you see the bark. A lot of times the bark can just like peel off when you have aspen, and sometimes it'll peel off in a big piece, and sometimes not. Oh, like that. Kind of like I can build a fire directly on that. And this might, it's a little wet, but I was like, this might catch fire too. But it's like a win-win. It's a win-win situation. You build a little platform for it, and then you can build a fire on it. I'm going to see if I can get a bigger piece, but I'm going to have to put you down here, so give me a sec. Okay. I might be able to put some together. It's where the bugs hang out too. There you go. I got my little platform. It's small. But again, remember, I'm not trying to make a huge fire. I'm not making a bonfire. I just want to make a flame. Once I got a flame, I can make a fire. So there you go. There's my little platform. And I'm going to put all my little shavings and stuff on top of this and see if we can light it. Sometimes aspens have little, in between their barks. Oh, this one might be good too. You never want to grab sticks directly on the ground. You actually want to grab them, the ones that are off the ground. I know that sometimes that sounds like, oh, Tam, we all know that. Not everybody knows that, you guys. Not everybody does. So if I'm repeating myself or something, it's only because a lot of people, they don't know that. What I'm looking for is that sometimes aspens have these little hairs. It almost looks like grass that's in between their bark. But this one's, I think, so wet. Oh, you can see there's a bug home in there. I don't know if it's going to focus on that or not, but inside there is like these little hairs. It's right where that spider nest is at. I'm going to stick my hand in where the spider nest is. But you see this little, I don't know how my cell phone's doing, you guys. So it's these little, they're almost like, it's almost like grass. But aspens are really cool when it comes to trying to make a fire. Like, I should probably challenge myself and only use spruce at one point. Maybe we can do that later in the year and just use spruce. But I'm gonna use aspen today and a little bit. This is spruce, or this is spruce, yeah, right here. Okay, let's get back. Let's get back to the shelter area. At least I have somewhere to sit. That's my thought. It just gets deep in spots, and it's deep right here. Okay, let me set you up. All right, it's really bright. That's why I'm squinting a little, but I want to look at you. I'm gonna teach you how to do this and watch. I won't be able to make a fire. That's what I'm thinking in my head, just being honest. This is the stick that I found earlier. You want to find sticks that are in the sun. And I forgot to get a lot of little sticks, but we can get it kind of going a little bit, meaning that I can get it kind of platform ready and stuff like that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to end up taking off, batoning this and taking off parts of it, because inside, maybe right in the middle, it's going to be dry is my thought. So if I can get through it, and then I can get some dry spots. Of course, anything that falls off of this right now is gonna land in the snow, but that's part of the challenge, right? That's what makes this kind of fun. It makes it a fun activity. And then I just wanna let you know, I did grab this. It was actually, it's on this shelter, which might fall on me, you guys. When did I build this thing? I stayed the night in this multiple times. It's raining on me over here. But I don't know why I did that. Anyways, I think I built it 3 or 4 years ago, and it's still up. That's pretty good, huh? I think that's pretty good. Yeah. Okay, so I will probably position the camera so you could just kind of see more of what I'm doing rather than see me. And to back you up too far, you're gonna be too much in the snow. So let's get it going. That's what I'm looking for. See if it's dry. It seems pretty dry down inside there. Excited. Okay, I'm gonna start collecting a lot of these type of little sticks. It's sinking into the snow still. Looking good. Looking good. Okay, so you guys can picture me doing that for about another 5 minutes. I'm gonna grab a few of those. I got my shavings. I got some more, just, I don't know, just sticks is kind of what I'm looking for. And then I just want it a little bit further away from the shelter. The shelter overhangs a little bit, and I just want to kind of pack it down a little bit right here. The last thing I want to do is burn spirit fours down, right? No, that won't happen. In case you're wondering too, I do have a cup of water here. I had it in my pack as well. So just like a bottled water. So just in case. But look at all the snow I have around. I don't need a bottled water. All you gotta do is smother it in the snow. We're good, but I'm always into safety. And Colorado is known for forest fires. So I have to be overcautious, I feel, in Colorado. Okay, let's get our little base set up here. It's like a little puzzle pieces I'm putting together. Actually, you know, one of these, I want to take some of these nice, like, shavings and stuff. Let's see, I'll show you the base here. Oh, okay. Bad videography, I know. But those might light on fire, so let me put a little bit. I'm going to put the fire right in this middle one. It's kind of where I want it to be. I'm breaking down so it goes into little tiny pieces. So I know I have a lot of ladies that watch my channel, that you like to be outdoors, you're kind of outdoorsy like me. I hate it when people say that women can do everything a man can do, because I don't believe that. I really don't. I have seen it multiple times. A man being able to strike like a fire from a fire rod, and he's able to do it really easy. Where women, we have our sparks a little bit less. So we are not equal in that. And that is my opinion. And that is based on everything that I have seen when it comes to watching a man trying to survive and a woman. And I feel that women, we have to do it a little bit differently. Like, you got to take a little bit more time with your fire. It's wet right there. You know, you really got to pay attention. Where men could be like, they just use those man muscles they got. And they just like, phew, and it launches a huge flame. Now, there's some strong women out there. Don't get me wrong. I get that. I don't know if I'm one of those strong women, and I would say the average woman is probably not that person. So I don't know if you see what I'm kind of doing here. But I'm taking off, there's these little fibers inside the bark. And then I'm trying to find those little fibers. And of course, there's a lot of them right there that I just put in the snow. But I could always go get more if I need to. This one has a little spider nest in it. Let's see. Some of you will notice I got paint on my hand here. Well, yesterday I went out and I taught a painting class. That was fun. It's kind of what I want to do at my retirement job. I say retirement job because I don't know if I'm going to be able to retire fully when I do retire. So I think I'll end up having a job. And I'm one of those type of people as I like to stay busy. You know, I like to stay busy. Okay. So there we go. I got all those little tiny shavings inside here. And they're pretty dry, but I don't think it will take a flame right away. But we can try that first before even trying the other sticks. And I'll show you why we have to do multiple things. Okay, let me get my knife and my fire rod out. Okay, this is my fire bag. There's all my fire stuff in it. Here's my flint and steel. We're not going to use that today, though. We're going to let's use this one as my fire rod. And I can put it directly in the snow like that if I want to. Not a big deal. Okay, I also have magnesium. We'll use that if we have to. That's our last resort. If we can't get this thing going, we'll try that one. And now I got my knife. These are custom knives. They were built for me. It matches my hand perfectly. I gave the knife maker my the exact size I want for my hand. Because remember how I said that women and men are not equal? We are different. I'm just gonna dry it off here. Yeah, the knives are bigger too. You get me a knife that is made for a man, my hand is like tiny on it. And I don't have really small hands, but my hands they're small. They're small. If I compare it to a man's hand, it's a pretty small hand. So this knife is made just for me. It even has my logo on it, and I like it. I like showing off my knife. So let's see if we can get it. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to try to light it in there. I don't think this thing's going to be lit, but I'm just kind of showing you what happens if I were to throw a spark into that. It's smoking. I'm more impressed with that, huh? That's not bad. I bet if I keep working on this. Yeah, this knife's so good. It's so sharp. Tears it apart. Okay. Well, it's smoking, and I can probably, if I make some of these fibers just a little bit smaller, I might be able to get that to go. But I'd put money on a guy could throw that spark and get that to light up. I'd put money on that. A strong man can do that. I've seen it. We have to do something different, ladies. That's why I got this wood piece on here. But before I work on that one, we're going to work on that stick, because I'm going to try to start from the least amount of tools. Remember that stick that I found? The least amount of man-made, because some of those were kind of more logs. They were sitting on the ground. But this is something that was just on a tree. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to shave off some of this. It's pretty dry. I think it's drier than that. So I'm going to shave some off. How am I going to do that? I'm leaning over. I want to make them really, really fine. It's kind of like a feather stick. Oh, I love this knife. It's been a while since I've used it, you guys. I'm like in heaven. I'm like, oh, my knives are back. Here you go. I don't know. Do you see? It's kind of like a little feather stick like that. Again, I don't know why I'm making this video more about male and female, but I've seen guys being able to light a fire just by throwing a spark into that. I have not been successful with that. That's something I can work on, though. Can definitely work on that. I'm going to add some more in there. In my survival classes, we end up making a lot of these little feather sticks, and it's actually really sharp on my hands. Let me get my gloves on. I actually burnt my thumb. I burnt this thumb today. I was making a fire in the cabin this morning, and I opened up the door just to kind of move some wood around, and one of those coals came out and landed on the ground. And stupid me, I don't know what it was morning, you know, guys, I'm not awake until like 9 o'clock, and I just reached down and pick it up. So yeah, I burnt my thumb. Got a nice little blister going on in this thumb right here and this finger, because I went down to pick up the coal just like that. Yeah, I had a little moment. Oops, I had a little moment there. Okay, I'm gonna just do all of this. All I'm doing is just kind of rocking my knife a little bit, making little tiny shavings, and I'm gonna stack them on top of here. But I'm not gonna bore you, so I'm gonna turn off the video for a little bit, and then I will turn it back on when we're ready. Okay, I'm just trying to show you what I've been doing. These do not light for me. That size, that thickness does not light for me. It's these little ones right here that will light. If I get a good enough spark, they will light. But again, this is a stick. Oh, snow is falling on us as we speak from the trees above us. Let's see here. Come on, get in there. I'm getting some bigger ones, and I really don't want those bigger ones. But the bigger ones will make the flame go a little bit better once the flame's going. So I just keep them on there. But you're looking for some. This is again for the ladies. Hopefully it's on video because I can't see, but you're looking for those really fine shavings. I can teach a woman to ride a fire if they can do those really fine shavings. Okay, so I didn't put a ton of them on here. Whoops. There's some on there, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to throw some sparks in here, see what happens. We're just kind of doing it stage by stage. Again, Spirit Force teaches me. I'm looking for my fire rod. Okay, are we ready? Let me position the camera. I don't know if that's better. Here we go. I'm getting smoke. Okay, we get a little bit, you get a little bit of fire ups here and there, but not enough to get a flame. So, oh, did you hear that snow? Totally landed right behind me. Gonna put some more shavings in there. I need to get those lighter shavings in there. I'm gonna stay with a stick for now. I'm just gonna have more of them on there because I'm gonna try to wait till just trying to progress. Stay with a stick first and see if I can make a fire with just that, and then I'll move over to that that larger kind of log thing that I cut off parts of. But let's get some more shavings on there. Okay, we're gonna try it with putting it on there. It's usually how I do it rather than holding it. Ooh, that's working better, don't you think? Definitely think that works better. You don't know, I'm just blowing on it a little bit. Let's get some more in there. We lost it. It wasn't a flame though, and I'm looking for a flame. That's what I want. Just shove a whole bunch of them on there. This is always something kind of fun to practice if you're sitting around a cabin or something. Or you're just sitting at home. Sometimes I've done this indoors. Okay. What's burning? You know what? It's not the stick that's burning. It's the bark. The bark's lighting on fire and not the stick. Now I have the stick in there, the more of the, like a trunk of a tree, a little aspen tree about that big around, and some more of that bark. And the bark's what's lighting up, so it's this stuff right here that's lighting up. So having problems with the fire rod, getting a little bumpy. Like to know how to fix that. If anybody knows how, let me know in the comments below. See, it's not showing the flames as much. Come on, you can do it. Even like it's jagged like that, I can't turn it around. Let me try. It's lighting up that it's lighting up the branch, like the big what am I saying? I'm calling it the tree trunk, the big one. Let me go put it inside it. There we go. Finally. I don't want a big fire or anything like that. I just want to be able to get a flame. What I was looking for. I'm happy. Yeah, you're all good. That was fun. All good and safe, and I'll bury it with all this other snow in case all of you were wondering. That was a little chilly on my hands. Here we go. So I think the whole point is like what Spirit Forest teaches me, you know. It has definitely taught me patience. Should have put that in my little journal entry, is patience. And I would say that I am much more patient now than I was before I had this land and before I started this whole journey. I am much more patient. I used to be that very impatient person. I want things now. I want to do it now, you know, and I've become very patient. I don't know how long that took me. And I'll try to be honest with you guys. I think it might have been like 30 minutes. Not kidding you. 30 minutes to try to get that flame going. And I didn't get the flame strong, you know, it wasn't a very strong flame. It's been a while. Oh, did you hear that? Yeah, it's been a while. Sorry about that interruption. Remember, more real videos. That was my daughter. She called me 5 times in a row. And I'm like, I am videoing on my phone. You know? she doesn't stop. She wanted to know what rug color she should buy. It was an emergency. And I'm close enough to my internet that I get phone calls. Got to remember to put myself in airplane mode. Anyways, where was I? What I learned is patience. I am definitely more patient now than I was before. You might not think it is, but that was like 30 minutes of trying to make a fire. And you're crouched over the whole time, I used to be able to do that a lot faster. So it tells me that I need to practice more, I think that's what nature is telling me. I need to practice a little bit more. Kind of kicked my butt a little bit today. And, that's what it's about, is just kind of getting out and playing a little bit. It's like if I bring all this survival type gear with me, if I'm going hiking and stuff, and if I can't make a fire, let's say if it was a situation where I actually really need to make a fire, you're automatically already stressed, and it would have taken much longer to do that, and again, I don't think I had a full flame, but I was learning from it. I learned that it liked the bark that was dry enough. I learned that the stick was too wet. And I learned that when I batoned that bigger stick, it was more of a tree. When I batoned that dead aspen tree, that worked better. That worked better. So it's all about learning, and it eventually it teaches me. So I think I need to do this again. But I am done sitting down and crouched down for 30 minutes. So I'm going to call it a day. But it was a good lesson today. And I want to thank you for joining me today. I'm very happy with all the lessons that I've learned with the land. And I do hope to see you on my next video. Bye-bye.
Somewhere else, caught inside a state of mind where nothing's really making sense. That's why I've been left here on the ground. Sister, help me up, I've fallen down. I've been lost far too long. I can't see, I'm trapped in darkness. Life has turned its back